Okay, in our previous video we have seen the detail of registration page. How can we implement the registration page? Now we'll see this page, check.jsp. So let us see. So what is our logic in this check.jsp? We have username and password stored in the data in the table. So now what we will do, we'll fetch we will fetch all the details corresponding to that username and password, and if our query is able to fetch a record corresponding to that username and password, that means the record exists, that username and password exist in the table. Otherwise that username and password does not exist in the table. So if the username and password exist in the table, the user is a authorized user, and we will allow him or her to go to the welcome page. Otherwise will not allow the user to go to the welcome page, and will redirect the user to the login page, that is index.html. So again same thing, we first read the values of username and password using request.get parameter, then same methods in the first line. We have load the MySQL driver, then establish the connection with this database CS, and then prepared statement. Then we have used the select query, select star from user, where username is equal to question mark and password is equal to question mark. That question mark, we the value of these question mark we have already read in the user and password variables respectively. So we have set the values of this question mark. The first question mark value is user, the second question mark value is password. We have also record the value of username in a variable user. We have set this value in this session. See, this is the JSP page, and in JSP page we need not to create the session object manually. This session object is implicitly available in the JSP page, and that is why it is called implicit object. For more details of implicit object, I recommend you to go through my video on implicit object. So this is a very tricky part. We have recorded this user value, this username in this variable user, and we will check this value in the welcome page. See, if somebody directly try to access the welcome page through the URL, the value of this field user will be null, and we will redirect the user to the login page, right? So now this select query has already been executed here, st.execute query, and now if there is any record corresponding to our query, this will return true. There will be some record in RS, and if RS, it will redirect to the welcome.jsp page. Otherwise it will print incorrect username and password, and this is our action tag. This is our JSP action tag. So JSP include page index.html. So what this action tag do? This action tag will include this index.html in the current page. So what will be the output? First, this incorrect username or password message will print, and this index.html will also included in the same page. Now let us see the detail of this welcome.jsp page. Welcome.jsp page. Okay. So what will we do in this welcome.jsp page? First of all, we will read the session attribute user. If the session attribute is not null, that means user has accessed this welcome page through proper channel, that means by logging into the system. And if the value of this user attribute is null, that means user has directly tried to access that page through the URL. So that case we have to handle. So if the value of session attribute is null, actually whenever the value of session attribute will be null, it will throw a exception. So we have handled it in the exception. So in the exception we have printed a error message, you need to log in first, and then included this index.html page here. Okay, and if the login is correct, then welcome page, and we have included the test.jsp page, which is a menu page. We'll see what is this test.jsp. So now let us see the test.jsp page. Test.jsp page. So this test.jsp page will actually print the menu table. Okay, so here also same steps we have to follow. First we have created loaded the MySQL driver, then established the connection statement, executed the query, select star from menu. Now while traversing the result set, what we have done here, we have created a form. Since the user has to select the items from the menu, so what we have done here, we have created a form and a table. So all the records will appear in the table, and we have also created a checkbox, right, corresponding to every field. And whatever value user selects, that will be selected, and when we submit the form, the selected value will be passed to the next page. And what is the next page? The next page is abc.jsp, where we will read the values and calculate the sum. So now let us see. This is how we have created the table. And now let us see the abc.jsp page. So in abc.jsp page, since we are reading the values of checkbox group, so we'll read like this: request.get parameter values, and all the values will be stored in the string, S, and then we have simply traverse the array and calculated the sum. A plus is equal to AI, and then printed the bill and a welcome message. So this is all about how to create a small website. So these are basically the common pages in every website. At least the login page, registration page, and the first welcome page, and that logic means we also have to check that user should visit the welcome page through proper channel. So all these pages are the mandatory pages. So in this video we have discussed how to code these pages. Please practice this at home by yourself. Okay, thank you.